Hello and welcome to EFD, where we've teamed up with Hankook Tyre, official partner of the UEFA Europa League, for today's Scout Report, focusing on the stars that could win their team the competition. Let's go. 5. Felipe Anderson. Lazio winger Felipe Anderson has endured a tough campaign, with a muscle tear keeping him out until Christmas. As a result, the Brazilian has only played 686 minutes across both Serie A and the UEFA Europa League this season. Remarkable given that last year he spent more minutes on the pitch than anyone else in the Lazio squad. Soon to turn 25, Anderson has still been brilliant every time he's played, and with 4 goals and 8 assists in his limited playing time, he's currently contributing to a goal every 57 minutes, better than Lionel Messi's 66. And as he recovers his fitness, there should be plenty of opportunities for Anderson, with Lazio both competing for European glory and in a tight race for the Italian top 4. Anderson is excellent at moving his team up the field, with 55% of his passes going forward, despite him starting in an advanced role. But his real skill is dribbling, as the wide man currently completes an insane 6 dribbles per 90. That's the 4th best tally in Europe, behind Neymar, Emre Mor and Eden Hazard. And Anderson boasts a better success rate than his former Santos teammate, with 69% of his take-ons coming off, compared to Neymar's 67%. And all this attacking flair is coupled with a huge defensive output. Anderson is currently winning the ball back for his team 3 times a match, and last year, only 1 Serie A player made more tackles than he did. A strong run in the UEFA Europa League could give Anderson a late shot at making Brazil's World Cup squad, for whom he currently has just a single cap. And with this much ability and a need to impress, he could make trouble for anyone in the competition's latter stages. 4. Bruno Fernandes. Last summer, we covered Bruno Fernandes in Scout Report alongside Brighton's Pascal Gross, when the then 22-year-old swapped Sampdoria for Sporting Lisbon in an €8 million move. The Portuguese only got 5 goals and 1 assist in Serie A in 2016-17, but had outstanding creative numbers, making the 2nd most chances in Italy last season and making sure he was set for stardom. 7 months on, and Fernandes is impressing in his homeland, earning his first 2 caps for the Portuguese national team and running Sporting's attack. With 8 strikes and 5 assists in domestic play, Fernandes has contributed to more goals than anyone on Sporting's roster except for Bas Dost, and in the UEFA Europa League, he's been better still. Fernandes and Rui Patricio are the only players at the club to have featured in every minute of the Lions' European campaign, and the attacker has laid on a massive 3.7 key passes per 90, the 4th best tally in the competition, and helping him clock up 3 goals and 3 assists. That means he's been involved in 2/3 of Sporting's goals in the UEFA Europa League, and that every 65 minutes a shot Fernandes took or set up hits the back of the net. Though deployed further forward than he was in Italy, Fernandes continues to help out defensively too, regaining the ball for Sporting around 3 times per game. Next up, the Green and Whites face Atletico Madrid, giving Fernandes a chance to impress against the toughest opposition he's faced yet. Sporting fans will be glad to hear that his buyout clause stands at a cool €100 million. 3. Timo Werner. RB Leipzig are looking like dark horse candidates to win the UEFA Europa League, especially after knocking out a strong Napoli side in the round of 32. And with Timo Werner leading the line, it's not hard to see why. The German striker continues to enhance his reputation as one of the best young strikers around, but he's hardly immature, recently reaching 150 appearances in the Bundesliga, the youngest to ever do so, at 22 years and 5 days. Leipzig have failed to hit the heights of their debut top-flight campaign this year, and Werner is no exception. Last season he scored 21 league goals with a sky-high 28% conversion rate, while this term he only has 10 in domestic play and a conversion rate of 14%. However, the former Stuttgart forward continues to do everything right. Werner's shots per 90 minutes have climbed from 2.8 to 3.6, and though Leipzig as a team are happy to shoot from distance, with a whopping 40% of their efforts coming from outside the box, Werner refuses to make low-quality attempts. Since he joined RB in 2016, only 13 of his 146 shots have been from more than 18 yards out, and as a consequence, his shot accuracy is around 55%. Werner's creativity has decreased though, with key passes dropping from 1.2 to 0.8. But it seems like this is a tactical decision, with the pace merchant instead running in behind rather than participating in link-up play, as shown by the fact he completes under 18 passes per match. And the open, end-to-end style of many UEFA Europa League games has seen Werner score 3 and assist 1 in just 3 appearances for a goal contribution every 66 minutes. If he can continue that form, the youngster could bag another 8 in the competition and head to this summer's World Cup with the first club medal of his career. 2. Dimitri Payet. After finishing outside France's top 3 for 4 consecutive seasons, Marseille's resurgence has caught the eye in 2017-18. But while Florian Thauvin may be getting all the attention, Dimitri Payet continues to power the Olympians' attack. Only Thauvin and Neymar have more assists in the league than Payet this season, and the 30-year-old is currently creating more chances per 90 than anyone else in Europe's top 5 leagues. In fact, it isn't even close, with Payet's rate of 4.3 key passes a game, 0.6 ahead of second place Cesc Fabregas. To put that into context, Payet's played 500 minutes less than Lionel Messi has in La Liga, but has laid on 13 more chances than the Argentinian. And arguably, his record in the UEFA Europa League has been even better. Payet scored in Marseille's 3-1 win over Athletic Club in the round of 16, getting his first goal in European competition since 2009. And he's also provided 3 assists in 3 starts for a goal involvement every 78 minutes. Payet's numbers are now those of an elite creator, and the quality around him with Jermaine, Ocampos and Thauvin has enabled him to sit back and pull the strings. That's paying dividends for the Olympians, with Rudy Garcia's side now having scored 4 more goals than they did in the whole of the 2016-17 campaign, and having won as many games with 8 left to play. Winning the UEFA Europa League would hand Marseille a first piece of silverware since 2012, and give them a second European trophy on the 25th anniversary of their first. Payet's consistent creative brilliance could be just the engine they need. 1. Henrikh Mkhitaryan. When Henrikh Mkhitaryan swapped places with Alexis Sanchez in January 2018, there was understandably criticism. The Armenian is already 29, but though he is just 1 month younger than Alexis, he's actually played 520 games in his career to the Chilean's 675, the equivalent of about 4 seasons less. That could mean that Mkhitaryan doesn't slow down as quickly as other players of his age, and his form so far at Arsenal bears that out. In his first 9 appearances for the Gunners in all competitions, Mickey has scored 2 and assisted 5, the same tally as he managed in 22 games prior for Manchester United. Last year, the former Dortmund man was named in the UEFA Europa League Team of the Season, alongside new teammate Alexandre Lacazette. And he won more knockout games in that single campaign than Arsenal have in European competition over the last 8 years, going back to 09-10. Since the 2015-16 campaign, Mkhitaryan has been involved in 15 goals in the UEFA Europa League, more than any other midfielder in that time, and meaning he scores or creates for teammates every 132 minutes. And he isn't only making a difference on the attacking end. During his heyday in Germany, he won possession 3 times a match, and so far under Arsene Wenger, he's making 3.5 tackles and interceptions per 90, taking responsibility in the same way he does for the Armenian national team as captain. Arsene Wenger has publicly stated that the UEFA Europa League is Arsenal's priority for the rest of the season, and with the Aubameyang Cup tied, it falls to Mkhitaryan to carry the Gunners to glory. Fortunately, the stats say there couldn't be anyone better. So there you have it, the 5 players who could win their club the UEFA Europa League, brought to you by EFD and Hankook Tyre. Can you think of 5 more? Let us know in the comments below. And as always guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.